It's the Andrew Christopher Show.
Making phone calls.
With Andrew Christopher, your host. It's the Andrew Christopher Show. But really we call it the AC Show.
Making phone calls.
Yeah, we really call it the AC Show.
Yeah, we do.
Really call it the AC Show.
Making phone calls.
It's the AC Show.
It's the AC Show with AC, your host. Check it out. What's up, you guys? How you doing? It's the Andrew Christopher Show. Gonna do a bit more of a lighthearted episode. Last week got pretty heavy. I really appreciate all the support. After I put out that episode, I got a ton of messages and comments, and it is very healing and therapeutic for me. So thank you guys for reaching out or talking to me in person. It was overwhelming, the love and support that you guys threw at me, and just knowing that Lily Jean's story carries on. It really makes things easier on me. So thank you guys. And so today we're just going to have a little bit of fun. I'm going to be making some phone calls to some of my friends, just kind of, regular, ordinary people like me, family people, or just working 9 to 5. And these people have expressed interest, whether seriously or jokingly, on being on my show. And so I'm just going to kind of call them out and put them in competition against each other. And you guys are going to vote. And one of these people I call will be coming and joining me on the AC show. So like I said, just kind of having a little bit of fun. I'll just kind of get them to tell a little bit about themselves and then ask what we would do on the show or why they should be here instead of the other people. And then you guys will have to tell me which basic bro or basic hoe will be my next guest. That's what I'm calling it. I don't know why, because it rhymes. So anyway, I tried to line up all these phone calls. It's harder than you think. So one of the contestants is on the road right now, driving through the States. So I'm hoping she finds some Wi-Fi soon and lets me know, and I'll give her a shout. But the first call we're going to make is to my friend Nicola. And she, I guess she's more friends with my wife, but I'll just give her a shout and I'll let her tell you a little bit more about herself. I did warn these guys that I was going to be calling them because I wasn't sure how they would perform just on a surprise like that. So I thought I would let them know, hey, I'm going to be giving you a shout. Also, this way they actually will pick up their phones, hopefully. So let's see if it works. That's a good sign.
Hey, it's Nicola. Just leave me a message and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can.
That is
After
not funny,
leaving a
Nicola.
message, you can hang up or press pound for
That
more
is not
options.
funny. No bueno. What a jerk. I texted her 10 minutes ago. Okay, I guess I'm a couple minutes early. I'll try her next time. Let's start with someone else. Holy cow, Nicola, I don't know if I'm going to call you back. This guy will answer. He's the most stoked to be on the show. Mr. Dan Stone.
Hello.
Buddy, what's going on?
Not too much, man. What's going on?
Oh, just recording a little podcast here. How's your day going?
What podcast? I've never heard of this podcast.
Don't play coy. You might be kicked out of the competition. We already had somebody who I don't know if is going to be in it anymore. I tried calling Nicola, but she didn't pick up.
Nicola never picks up.
I know. I was 5 minutes early calling her, so I forgot that I was going to call you first thing.
Yeah.
So Dan, you're a proud supporter of the Andrew Christopher Show, are you not?
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are one of my most loyal followers. Friends of my wife. I'm pretty much calling all my wife's friends on this. But why don't you tell the people a little bit about yourself? Who you are, where do you live, what do you do?
Like you, I live in South Surrey. I have 3 kids.
Yeah.
like you will in the next couple months. I've known your wife a long time, which is great because then I met you, that's worked out pretty well.
Oh man, that's so
Um,
sweet.
you and I got a lot of common interests. Music. I'm nowhere near as talented as you are. I can't sing worth a
But you're a
crap.
big music fan, right?
Big music fan, big sports fan. I like beer,
Yes.
and I like bacon. I like baconators.
Yeah. So this was one of your pitches to me. You said if I have you on, then you'll bring beer and baconators, and we'll.
Yeah, and I'm gonna, and I want to bring some surprise beers for you too, and let you try them out and see what you think.
Oh, that's interesting. I like that. So kind of, a taste test of some
I-
craft beers, and we could do a review, product reviews.
Yeah, I'm going away. I'm gonna be away this weekend up on the Sunshine Coast,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna pick up a couple extra things. Maybe I'll come and share.
Yeah, that would be cool. So you have not started your own radio show yet, which I'm
No.
urging you to do.
I'm not planning on it. So the Dan Stone Show is all yours.
I might think about changing the name though. It's got such a nice ring to it.
No, but the AC show is great, and the jingle's awesome too.
Yeah. So I'm not sure yet. I might be surprising your wife with a phone call if this other contestant doesn't pick up, because she said she said she wanted to be involved, and I told her she was the alternate. So if I can't get a hold of somebody, I might be giving her a shout. So what do you think she's going to try and use against you to try and get on the show, or do you want to throw some shade first?
No, I'm not going to throw any shade. I'm going to play a clean. I'm going to play a clean game.
I respect that. Okay.
She'll try to throw me under the bus somehow.
Oh, no doubt.
But I think it's absolutely hilarious how the three people that you're interviewing, or potentially interviewing, I've known Nicola as long as I've known Jamie, which goes back to like grade 8.
Yeah.
I've known Tara as long as I've known my own wife.
Yeah.
Grade 4.
That's right. Yeah.
So
Tara,
I have history with these people, and it's pretty funny.
I know. So I think we're going to get some good stories no matter who comes in here. There is a couple other people from out in Abbotsford that I'm calling, some other friends.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see. But yeah, it would be good. And I feel like they're not going to play as clean a game as you, but I think that'll reach the audience, and they'll understand you're being a respectful competitor, and I respect that. So
yeah, with me, it's just going to be some real good, wholesome conversation.
Some good family stuff too, like you said.
Exactly.
You're a bonus dad. I'm a bonus dad. We'll be able to talk about that. Have you had the remark about not being his real dad? You're not my real dad. Has that come up a few times?
Not yet.
No? Oh, I've got it. I've got it quite a few times actually.
I'm sure you have.
Yeah, I guess because Jaden, daughters are a bit more vocal that way, I think.
Well, I have 2 of my own.
Yes, exactly. So
Yeah.
Dan, I'm going to need a couple pictures because they're going to be put up right beside me. Or I might just use your Bitmojis. Maybe I'll do that. Dan is also I've crowned him the Bitmoji king. I don't know another guy who uses as many Bitmojis, but I find him pretty entertaining.
They have a place, and they're pretty funny.
Yeah.
My wife has a real good Bitmoji too.
Yeah. So I'll throw some of those up here. That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah.
So are you at work right now?
I am at work right now in the rain.
The rain.
Pouring.
And you're actually outside?
Right now I'm in my truck.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So it's a landscaping business, right?
Yes.
Family owned?
Family owned landscaping business.
Yeah, and around Greater Vancouver kind of area.
Yep, I'm downtown right now.
So,
Vancouver.
Will you guys be getting into anything to do with marijuana being legalized now? Will that kind of tie into the landscaping business?
We're not so much in the greenhouse hydroponic business.
Gotcha.
But just as a quick side note, my buddies all growing up all thought my dad was growing weed in the basement before it was legal. We're going like 20 years ago. They're like, oh, your dad grows weed in the basement. No question. I'm like, guys, I've been down there. They're like, no. Doesn't matter what you say, Dan. Your dad grows weed in the basement. We know he does.
I could see that because anytime I think of landscaping or anything to do with that, I'm like, oh yeah, the guy's probably a pothead. So I can see where they were coming from. But
yeah, there's a lot of landscapers out there that are potheads. I will not myself. I don't dabble in that, but there's a lot out there that do.
I was landscaping for about 6 months, and then it was started to rain too much. I did it through the summer, and then once it got to the fall, I was like, oh, this sucks.
You realize we live in Vancouver, right?
I know, yeah. So that's why now I play music inside and don't have to get wet. Actually,
I think I can vouch and say for most people that think that was a pretty good career choice.
yeah. Thanks, buddy. Okay, well, I'm gonna try and get Nicola on the line next. Anything quick? No, you said you're not gonna throw anyone under the bus.
No,
she's pretty cool.
Her husband would be a better interview.
Oh, there you go. First shots fired. Okay, man. Take care of yourself. Stay dry.
Yeah, you too, man.
We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for the phone call.
Okay, bye.
You're going down, the rest of you. All right. Thanks, buddy.
See ya.
See ya.
There you go, Mr. Dan Stone. You heard me talking about him on the other episode because I just think he has the freaking best radio name out there. I was like, I wish my name was Dan Stone, and this would be the Dan Stone Show. But anyway, so there you go. He's a really nice guy. As he said, a good family guy. There would be some good chats about family life. Yeah, I don't know if we'll be calling his wife, but she might be a bit mean. I don't. We'll try it out. Should I try Nicola again? I told her I was going to be calling, but she wasn't ready. I'll take a minute here before I dial it up. But so this is what's going to be going on. Talk to these people. Dan Stone with a strong start. And I know it's kind of like, oh, they're already on the show because you just called them. So yes, I know. And that's why it's like knocking all these people off who have kind of said either jokingly or seriously they want to be on the show. And it's like, there you go. They've been on the show now. And I'm helping fulfill people's dreams. And that's what we try and do here at the AC show. Okay, well, I'm going to do it. Nicola, you better answer. Phone call coming. I told you. She's probably dealing with her kids too. Come on.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi. Good. How are you?
Good. Sorry, I called you a bit early there, hey? Like 5 minutes early.
That's okay. I wasn't waiting or anything, so.
Well, you quickly declined the call.
I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. You never called.
Yeah, I tried. I'll show you my call history. I tried calling like 10 minutes ago, and it was straight to voicemail.
Oh no, so weird. No, I didn't get that at all.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was bad reception down here in my basement.
Probably. I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah. So, Nicola, I just talked to Dan Stone.
Okay.
And I guess first off, he told me that your husband would probably be a better interview than you are.
Oh. Why does he say that?
I don't know. I guess maybe he's probably taken like the sports angle or something, or the
I will give him that. Yeah, I'll give him that. Johnny would probably talk sports all the time. I wouldn't know anything about that.
No.
But that's not my angle.
No. So before we get it too much further, tell the people who you are, what do you do, where do you live?
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just say that I'm Nicola. So hi, everybody.
And I've mentioned Nicola. She's the big YouTube pointer. Yeah. She likes me to point at
yeah, you've got to subscribe. So why don't you, everyone subscribe right now. Andrew, could you do the fingers for me?
Thank you. Yeah, right here.
So subscribe. Okay. You can click the notification button or leave a kind comment if you'd like. So that's me. Right now I'm a stay-at-home mother. And I'm also working for a catering company.
Right.
Organizing weddings and everything, which I love so much.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
It is really cool.
And so
gotta love.
I met you again through my wife.
Yes.
And how long have you known Jamie?
Oh, I want to say 20 years, maybe? 17, yeah. Almost 20 years, I think.
Elementary school, right?
Elementary school, yeah, grade 6.
So if you were on the show, you would be able to give some really good stories about my wife, embarrassing stuff and stuff she doesn't want anyone to know. Okay.
Yes.
And
a ton of them.
You would put your friendship on the line to do that?
I don't think I'd hold back.
Okay. That's good to know.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So, Nicola, if you were on the show, what would we do? What would we talk about? Any ideas you have? I know you have one very interesting one that you're going to need to explain.
Okay, absolutely. So I'm coming to you with a little bit of a pitch here.
Yeah.
Now, when I mentioned this to Andrew, he had never heard about it, but I'm sure your YouTube community would hear what a mukbang is, or a mukbang, or mukbang. I don't really know how people pronounce it, and people pronounce it all differently.
Yeah.
But basically, you are online, live, broadcasting, eating a copious amount of food as we interact with each other. So it's not just like, say you and I were going for sushi, you get your couple rolls, I get my couple rolls. No. We would get like 20 different rolls, a different kind of variety of everything on the menu. It would be a lot of food.
Yeah.
And you just eat as you talk.
Okay.
Basically.
So,
yeah, go ahead.
Some people might find that disgusting.
Some people, yes.
But didn't even you say you hated people chewing and eating food, but then you were very interested in these videos for some reason?
That's okay. This is what got me into it, because there's also, it's called ASMR, which it's, I don't know if you've heard of ASMR.
No.
But it's like,
is it porn?
It's where you have to, no.
Okay, no.
It's
then I haven't heard of it.
You're literally chewing into a microphone that is enhancing like sounds. So people are, and apparently they get like a relaxing sensation. They feel tingles in the back of their head and spine. Yes. And people, the more you smack your lips or the more you chew and eat, people enjoy it. And that's like from the ASMR aspect of it.
Okay. And so
I don't know.
This is kind of like an offshoot of that. This mukbang?
Yes.
Is that how you pronounce it? I think.
Like,
yeah.
Mukbang, something like that.
Mukbang.
Anyway, so I was disturbed by this ASMR because chewing is like my pet peeve.
Yeah.
But then it brought me into this whole world of mukbangs, and they're so popular.
Yeah, that's crazy. I still haven't gone and watched one. You sent me, I think, a picture of one or a link, but I didn't check it out yet. So I'll have to do that, especially if.
Yeah, I've also sent you a bunch of them too. So you have to look.
Yeah.
And then during our conversations, I would ask you like in-depth questions that people normally wouldn't ask you.
Mm-hmm. How about?
Because we've kind of heard your like life stories. So now I'm going to ask you like different kinds of questions.
So if I could, do you think we could give people a preview? Do you have a question you could ask me now, and we'll, just give it a shot. Okay.
All right. So I'll ask you a question.
Okay. Shoot.
Given the choice of anyone in the world, who would you want to have as a dinner guest?
A dinner guest.
Anyone in the entire world.
Okay.
Who would you want as a dinner guest?
And they need to be living, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And you have to really think about it.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to think too long because that would make for a terrible podcast.
Okay. So true.
I'll put some more thought in for it if you're on the show. But I think someone I've always been interested in meeting was. And I figure because I like to party and I feel like he would like to party. Dylan's probably going to be like, that's my guy. But Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters.
Oh, yeah.
You know, obviously incredible musician. And I think we would probably have a pretty good time and crush some beers.
So what would you make him?
Oh, I have to make the dinner?
Yeah, he's your dinner guest.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I'd probably go off the board and make him breakfast for dinner because that's kind of the only thing I'm good at. You know, bacon and eggs and sausages, and hash browns.
Oh, fair.
I could throw that together, and I think he'd appreciate that. He'd be like, "Oh, yeah, okay."
Everyone loves a good breakfast for dinner,
right? Yeah, and
okay, I agree. That's cool.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, so those are the types of questions, and I feel like that was a good PG one to start.
Oh yeah, they can get. Well, you know, depends on how you want to go, what angle you want to go, but.
Yeah,
they can go pretty deep.
We can go anywhere.
Okay, I like it.
For sure. So, so in terms of the other people I told you that I'll be calling, your competitors on this, do you have anything to say about Dan or Tara or?
Okay, the thing is that I can't say negative because I love Dan Stone and I love Tara.
That's true.
But I just want them. So hi guys, I think this will the mukbang, it'll bring a whole other community for you, and it could be like the title of two gingers eating mukbang something. Because how fun is it to have two redheads?
That's right,
doing their
actually.
thing?
Yeah. I'm
Right?
mostly just a red beard now, but
Okay, but that's okay.
but we would look very good on camera together. I do
I
agree.
think so. And I think it's like, yeah. So I also think we're going to get like that ginger community as well.
Ginger
So,
community. Yeah, I had never
yeah.
thought of approaching the ginger community like that.
I do all the time.
So back to the food.
Yeah.
I was under the impression you might be making a bunch of food, but we'll probably just order it.
No.
Because Nicola, you're
Yeah.
a really good chef and
I know I love
and
cooking.
baker, and
Uh-huh.
that's why I love going to parties at your house.
Right? The best.
Yeah.
But no, we can't. I won't make a bunch. It's going to be like, say we do Taco Bell. We each have like.
Oh
12
no,
tacos.
hard no on Taco Bell.
Oh, you don't like? I've only had Taco Bell one time in my life, so I don't.
Jamie's obsessed with it, but I'm like, ugh, I can't do
You
that.
don't like it at all. Okay.
Maybe
so we don't do
sushi.
Taco Bell.
I would think maybe Chinese food would be. I could eat the most of Chinese
Okay.
food. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So then we get like 20 things of Chinese food, and you just sit there and eat. No, we don't have to eat the whole thing.
Just a little bit of
We
each.
just we do our best because when I guess we're on a podcast as well, obviously.
Yeah.
So you can't really sit there just chewing unless we go through the ASMR.
Yeah, we just-
maybe people would like.
So I'll give a little example here.
Okay.
Listen up.
Okay.
There you go. Probably kind of sounded
That's
like a blowjob,
perfect.
but
Oh, it kind of tingled the back of my spine.
right there you go. You're yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So we might need to get this funded because that's going to cost quite a bit of money too. And
it'll be fine.
and
It'll be fine.
Jamie's home now. She's not working, so we might have to
So she
start
can
a
eat the
GoFundMe.
leftovers.
Yes. Okay. She can.
Okay.
We can share with the
Yeah.
kids
If we
even.
get. Yeah, we just have to get people to vote for me. I guess, are you doing like a voting system, or how does
Yeah,
this work?
it's gonna be pretty relaxed. And I'm just gonna tell people to send me a message to tell me who they
Okay.
want on.
Okay.
So you could create a bunch of burner accounts and just be like, "Oh, that Nicola chick was awesome."
Yeah. Awesome. Okay.
And Nicola, I'm gonna need a couple pictures. You can send me your favorite funny or nice pictures of yourself, so I can put them right beside me here while we're chatting.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So you're
we'll
pretty
just
much
show
on
my
the show
face.
already, but
Oh, excellent. Okay, I love it.
anyway, this is awesome.
Okay.
This was
Yeah.
yeah, I think that could be cool. I would definitely be down for that. So
Okay, see, it's exciting. Do you feel excited?
I am. Yeah.
Did you feel excited after talking to Dan Stone?
I felt warm inside. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good feeling too. So.
And he said, I know your wife for so long, and that's what brought you into my life, and so it was really special. He was just saying such a nice
Aw.
thing about me, so I was like, oh,
Yeah, well, that's
good
kind
guy.
of sweet.
I know, I
Dan
do.
Stone, you're very honest for me.
I really appreciate him, but it's up to the
I know.
public, right?
I know.
I will not.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna get going. I gotta try and give a couple other people a call here. Tara's on the road,
Okay.
so I don't know how I'm gonna get a hold of her, but
Just keep trying.
I know I'll try. Okay, thank you
Okay.
very much
All right,
for.
I'll talk to you later, Andrew.
You got it. Take care.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Woo, that was a good one. Nicola Burns, one of my wife's old friends. Mukbang, I don't know how to say it, but it could be pretty funny to watch. Eating a lot of food, and she gets into some interesting questions. At the parties, she's always trying to make everyone feel super awkward and asking really personal questions to everyone. And for some reason, we play along all the time. But so she could be a good guest. Dan Stone, who knows? I just had my first cancellation, so I'm gonna text Dan's wife and see if she's around for a phone call. But I'll try my other guest first, anyways. And because I do want to hear what she says about Dan Stone or why she should be on instead of Dan. And then, of course, you guys can decide. I have a feeling she might back out, though, once I call her bluff, you know? And we're going to see. As I said, Tara's on the road. I'm waiting for her to text. I was like, Tara, get into Wi-Fi so I can call you, because otherwise she's going to miss her chance. You know what? I could probably record it later when she says, okay, give me a call. That's what I'll do. So I'll just have to clip this. Some extra editing for me. Thanks a lot, Tara. But if she's in the competition, here's that conversation with Miss Tara Mitchell. So I just called Tara, and she had the chick balls to tell me to hold on 5 minutes and call her back. But I think we got it here now. Let's see.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hey, is this a good time now? Are you ready for me?
I'm ready for you. I'm always ready for you, Andrew.
Yeah, okay. So
Except
Tara,
for 5 minutes ago.
where are you?
I'm actually on a road trip with my mom, and we stopped at a tasting room so I could wash my hands, and then we stayed for a couple flights of beer.
That's awesome. Is it good beer?
Yeah, it's great beer. It's in Port Townsend. It's called Yard House Bitter.
Yeah, nice. Port Townsend's really cool.
Yeah.
So
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you great.
Awesome.
I've interviewed all the other contestants already, and we're kind of just going to plug this in the middle of the episode. So you've kind of got a strike against you because it's causing me to have to do a lot of extra editing. But I'll let you say your piece, Tara. Anyways, why don't you tell the people who you are, how I know you, what you do, and why you should be on my show.
My name's Tara. I know your wife, Jamie, go back to high school.
That's right.
Together, I played the trombone. She was a saxophone player. And we made friends through band. We kind of had to because it's kind of hard to make other friends.
Yeah.
And we managed to stay in touch over all the years. And then I lucked out by meeting you when she was living downtown. And I think that's when the sister wife notoriety came into place with me and Stephanie and Jamie.
Yep.
And we were your groupies at all your shows. And that's how I met you.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was a good time. You were pretty lucky, hey?
That was a great time. I remember, I think you hadn't talked about this on a podcast before.
Yeah.
But we had gone out drinking, and me and Stephanie and Jamie were not doing so well in the morning. And you came back, the most delicious breakfast, orange juice, and you sang to us while we looked out over the water. It was great.
Yeah, I'm a pretty special guy, I guess you could say.
I agree.
So I talked to Dan Stone, who you know.
Also through band, and me and him actually went to elementary school together.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. So he said he was going to go shopping for a bunch of craft beers, and we were going to do a tasting on the show if he makes it. So the audience will be voting.
Okay.
And then Nicholas said we were going to do this mukbang thing or something like that, where we stuff our faces with food and then ask each other weird questions. Because I guess that's very popular on YouTube. So what do you think you'll be bringing to the show if you're voted to come in studio and be right here beside me? What would we talk about, or what would we do that would kind of set it apart from other shows?
Well, I don't want to put down Dan Stone, but I've already kind of beat him to the craft beer tasting because I'm currently doing that, so I'm ahead of the game.
That's a good point. Yes, but I'm not able to taste those right now.
Okay, well, I'll taste enough on your behalf.
Okay.
And then if you have Nicola and you're talking, your face is full of food, it's going to be hard to have a decent conversation, hear the jokes, because she's pretty funny. I'll give her that. But, it'll be a little more difficult. But Tara will have some wine. You can have beers.
Okay, yeah.
And we'll just do our regular hangout because Tara is always fun when she's drinking wine.
This is true. I have many fun memories of Tara drinking too much wine or too much of anything she can get her hands on.
I wouldn't say too much. I'd say just enough.
Well, I think, yeah, okay, that is right. You do usually keep it under control to an extent. But, okay, so what else do you think would we talk about? Do you have some good stories about my wife?
I have so many stories about your wife. I can go back through our, Jamie and me used to be, in high school, we would send each other notes. I think I still have many of those notes in a Chupa Chup jar.
Oh, yeah, Chupa Chup.
I'm not sure if that'll... Yeah, remember Chupa Chup?
Of course.
So I kept all of my notes from all of my friends in a Chupa Chup jar, and I would love to be on the podcast so I could read you those notes.
So that's what I'm looking for. I think that's the shtick here.
Yeah,
some of those notes about her crushes on boys and that would be pretty cool.
That would be amazing, and I'll have proof there. It'll be right in front of us. We can read right off the script. Yeah, I know how you like to have a script to go off of, and we'll have it right there.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that's Yeah, that's a good place to start. I think the viewers will really appreciate that. Where are you going from here? Are you guys going to stay in Port Townsend?
No, so we come. Me and my mom go on a road trip twice a year.
Mm-hmm.
We usually do a wine tour and just like some sort of random road trip.
Yeah.
And we go to Port Townsend quite often. So we just stopped here just to stop. We actually stopped at a cheese place and we had to get a cooler. And then we decided that we didn't feel like cheese, so we had beers instead.
Yeah.
And then we're going to just keep driving until it gets dark or we get tired. And then we pull over and we find a hotel, and that's what we do.
That's
so I don't
awesome.
know where we're staying. Long story short.
Yeah. No, that sounds really cool. Good for you and your mom. What's your mom's name?
Helena.
Helena, right.
And she's German. I got stories about her too.
Yeah, very strong German lady.
I actually have some stories too. Sorry to interrupt. I've also got stories. This won't be common, I promise.
No,
I've also got stories of Jamie's interactions with my German mother that I could share on the podcast as well.
I know, and I have a good one that I've heard from Dylan about your mom at our wedding. It's very funny, and he does a good accent.
But you'd have to have me on the podcast before you hear that story.
That's true.
It's contingent on that.
So, anything you want to say to the viewers who will be voting? Either you, Dan, Nicola, or Lindsay was the other person I called, and Kim. I called Kim too, Dan's wife. So anything you want to say to the viewers who will be voting before I let you go?
Vote for me, sister wife, Double D.
Double D. Okay, Tara, thanks for talking. And we'll see you when you get back.
Thanks for accommodating me, Andrew.
Okay, take care.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
And I'm back. If you didn't get a phone call recorded from Tara, then that means she's out. So I'll move along. Going to be calling one of my friends from Abbotsford, Lindsay. She's always been a great friend, really supportive of all my music and stuff, and I know she enjoys the podcast as well. I was supposed to call her husband because he said through Lindsay he wanted to be on the show, but he missed his chance. He's backing out. He said, here, I'll read you his message. I think I'm good. I don't want to get in any trouble because I told him to throw shade at his wife. If you want to have a baseball coach, international ski racer, kinesiologist, or just an overall ass kicker on the show, then I'll do it. And that's why I'm trying to call you, so you could be on the show. But he backed out. I don't know what his deal is. So we'll just call his wife, and maybe I'll ask her. I'll be like, should I just call him and see if he answers? But so Lindsay's a school teacher. I'll let her tell you a little bit about herself, and I'm hoping she brings her poll in here. That's what I'm going to ask her to do if she makes it on the show. Anyway, let's try this. She's just, what time did she say? Yeah, it should be fine. She's just starting lunch hour. So I'm cutting it close here, but let's give it a shot. This one might be long distance. No, I'm good. Thank you. It's Andrew Christopher.
Well, Andrew Christopher.
How is that timing?
It's going. How are you?
Are the kids out of the classroom?
Well, kind of, sort of.
I know I was cutting it close, but
it's all good. It's all good. We're wrapping up a rehearsal for our giant show next week that I've been working on for the last year.
That's right.
And I've got a cast of like 53 and 10 crew, and they're all asking me like 10 million questions when the phone rang, and I was like, I gotta take this.
Well, I appreciate that dedication. That's great. Dedication to the show, not the kids. I don't care about that. They're not my kids.
I know, right? That's not the first time I've heard that today. I don't care about other people's kids, just mine.
I can imagine. So Lindsay, can you just quickly tell people where you live, what you do, and then I'll ask you a few more questions.
Sure, totally. So I am Lindsay Hotel, and I live out in Abbotsford. I am a high school teacher. I teach math and science grades 9 to 12, but I am an arts specialist here at our school, which is known as Abbotsford School of Integrated Arts, or ASIA. So I am the dance specialist here, so I teach dance from grades 7 to 12 as well.
Very cool.
And so I'm like breathing hard because we just finished the rehearsal, so I just got like off the dance floor. So I run the dance company here, and like I said, we've got this big show next week that I'm producing, directing, choreographing, everything for. So that's what I'm spending a bunch of my time right now doing. And outside of my day job, I get to do fun things, and I'm an aerialist.
That's right.
Which is, kind of like Cirque du Soleil. So I get to hang out with awesome people, like 10, 15 feet up in the air doing crazy tricks and spinning. And so I perform and train on pole, aerial hoop, silks, trapeze, cube, kind of anything that I can hang sideways off of.
That's awesome. So yeah, Lindsay, you'd be kind of the most artistic person that I'm calling in this interview process. And you and I have done shows together. Lindsay and I've performed together, me singing and her doing her aerial stuff. What?
Yeah,
you're on a cube for one, right? And then you were pole dancing.
Hoop for a couple. Yeah.
Do we call it pole dancing? It's pole dancing, right?
It's pole dancing. Yeah. I
okay.
mean, it's pole dancing, pole fitness, whatever you want to call it.
There you go. Yeah, it's really awesome, and I'll have a few pictures up here for people to see.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, you'll have to send me some of your favorites, and I'll
cool.
I'll put them beside here. Yeah. So it is super cool stuff, and it's incredible what you can do, and how fit you have to be to do that stuff. So if you're on the show, we might have to get you to do some like one-arm push-ups or something, or I don't know if there's anything in here you could climb and jump around on.
Yeah, we can find something to climb. Or better yet, I can teach you how to climb something.
Oh yeah, yeah. Maybe
I can bring a pole in, and I can get Andrew on the pole.
Hey, there you go.
Right?
Yeah, that's a good pitch. I like that. So,
we have talked about that a few times. Like hanging upside down on a pole with your guitar.
Yeah,
spinning.
yeah. That would be interesting.
I feel like that needs to happen.
We'll see. We'll see what the audience thinks. Because the audience is going to vote on this. I've talked to a couple friends already. Do you know Nicola? Have you met our friend Nicola?
Yes, I met her at your wedding.
And on the bachelorette
on
party,
the
right?
Yeah.
And I'll be calling Tara, hopefully getting a hold of her. And
amazing.
And then I was supposed to talk to your husband because you told me one time, you were like, Jason says he wants to be on the show. And
he totally does.
So I called his bluff and I was like, dude, I want to call you, give you the chance, tell people a bit about yourself. But then he just texted me and he was like, I think I'm good, man.
What?
And then he was like, I don't want to get in any trouble, because I was like, well, you could just, throw Lindsay under the bus and tell people why you should be on the show. And he was like, I don't want to get in any trouble, but if you want to have a baseball coach and ski racer on, and I was like, I do want to have you on. That's why I'm trying to call you.
Yeah. Well,
but
you should just call him anyways.
I might just try giving him a shout and
just do it, and then leave him some crazy message if he doesn't answer.
Yeah, I will, because he'll probably be massaging somebody. Or what does he do?
He's a kinesiologist.
That's right. Okay. Very hands-on though. Eh? He's a very hands-on kind of guy.
He is. Oh yeah. He's definitely hands-on, and he's really interesting too to talk to.
Don't be too nice though, because he might be your competition. It can only be one of you. So what do you think?
And I'm not,
Yeah.
not competitive at all, eh?
No. Yeah. It's I know everybody's been pretty friendly so far.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right?
Of course.
It's all in good fun.
Yeah.
So I guess we did kind of cover what we would do, what we would talk about. There's a lot of artistic stuff and talk about a few of your shows, because you did some pretty high profile stuff as an aerialist.
I did, yes.
Can you tell a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, through the Goddess Movement, we used to do a show called Vertical Theater every year.
Yeah.
I think we did about 8 years, and you and the rest of Big Shiny and some other awesome musicians got to perform in our last show, and that was one of my favorites, and I was in Cube for that one, and it was Black Hole Sun, which you guys said was the hardest song.
It was. It was so tough. Yeah.
But it was so good, and that is still to this day one of my absolute favorite performances of all time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And as far as like provincial and national competitions, you've done a few of these as well, right?
Yeah. So I actually competed in the BC Pole Fitness Championships in 2014 in the professional category.
Yeah.
And which it wasn't my first time competing. I'd done it a couple times before that, but most notably in 2014 in the pro category, and I won the BC Championships.
Yep.
So first place,
That's
and
awesome.
it was pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was super like stoked because I was like the only one with children and over the age of 30.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah. And then because of winning that, they sent me to Toronto, and I competed in the nationals there, so the Canadian Championships, and I placed fourth. And I couldn't even believe it. It was just an honor to be there to begin with and be with some of those athletes, and to place fourth was definitely a bucket list. And
Wow.
and I worked hard to get there. Yeah. And, Erin Savard from Goddess Movement definitely helped me huge through that. And it was a really awesome experience.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that was kind of one of my bigger feats there for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. And that's something I always admired about you is I know
Aw.
you work hard and your dedication to anything that you're doing, whether it's for yourself or for these kids that you teach.
Aw. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's it really speaks to the kind of person you are. So I think it would be awesome to have you on here.
I would love to be on the show, and we would have so much fun. And
We would.
I'm actually a really fun, interesting individual too, and I'm pretty smart.
Yeah, you're pretty smart.
Just pretty. I mean, yeah. No, I definitely have to have my head on straight to be able to do the job that I do and deal with the children that I deal with. And it's my day job is crazy, but it keeps me young. I guess it keeps me going, and it's a lot of fun.
Are teachers allowed to tell stories if they don't use names? Like, could you be like, this one day at school, this fucking kid?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
I totally could. I could, as long as I would just disguise,
Yeah.
no names, but I definitely have some interesting stories. Every day is a new story.
I bet. I can't imagine. I bring my kids to school and I'm like, Jesus, good luck, teacher, Madame Hill or whatever. Like, oh, I can't. Yeah.
Right.
It's insane. So anyway, okay. Well, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to try calling Jason and I'll probably just leave him a voicemail because I think he gave me a short window and I might have missed it, but, I'll just give him a hard
bug him
time
anyways.
over voicemail. Yeah.
Yeah, just give him a hard time. You can be like, your wife answered. Come on. Like,
Okay. I got to go and we'll, hopefully see you in here sometime. Talk to you soon.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Andrew.
Okay. Bye.
Have a good one. Bye.
There you go. Ms. Lindsay Hotel. Incredible aerialist. And, it'd be pretty cool to have her in here and talk to her about some of that and just to see her pipes. She's jacked. It's crazy. Okay, Kim's ready. My alternate here. I'm going to see. I'm going to play this one. I'm going to just kind of go off the cuff here. I think I'm going to use her as like a reference for these other people I've talked to. So let's see how it goes. See if she picks up. This is Dan Stone's wife.
Hello.
Kimmy, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good. So I've called your bluff. I didn't know if you were going to do this. I thought you were going to say yes and then be a bit shy and not answer.
Yeah, right. You know me. I would never do that.
I guess.
Well, I did hear through the grapevine, though, that you didn't get an answer from Nicola. Is that true?
Oh, well, so at first I didn't, but she said it didn't ring. And then the next time I called her, she picked up right away. It went straight to voicemail. So I think maybe it was, there was no reception or something.
Oh, okay. I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but yeah. All right.
You would never miss my call, right, Kim?
Never.
Oh, that's good.
Never.
So this is news to me, that you want to be on the show. I knew Dan did because he's been following from the beginning, but,
yeah.
And so you would like to be, what do you think you would bring to the table and what do you think we would talk about, or what would we do on the show if I did have you in here?
Oh, wow. Way to put me on the spot, dude.
Well, that's what this phone call was for. Actually,
you gave me a 5-minute heads up. I have no idea.
I told you yesterday you would be my alternate. And then I also had the idea that, and this could show, maybe I should just use you as a reference and you could tell me a little bit about the other people I'm thinking about having on the show, why you think it's a good idea or a bad idea, or why would you be better? So the three you know
Well,
best.
I'm just more better anyway, so there's that.
Let's start with an easy one. What about your husband? I think he would be a great guest, don't you? It's the Dan
Yes.
Stone Show joining the AC show.
I know. and he pretty much worships the ground that you walk on. So he would love to be on your show. Again, I'm just more better, but you know, it's cool. It's cool. Yeah.
I do think he would be fun to have here. He's just such a nice guy.
You know,
you've got a good one there.
He's a good catch.
He is. Yeah.
I do think it would be a lot of fun if Daniel and I both were on your show together.
Yeah, and we could set up some fights. Like, we'll know what we're going to bring up that would set you guys off, but you won't know what that is. Jamie and I will come up with some things and be like, "Can you guys tell us about this?" And
Jamie knows all, so ask her first.
Yeah. And I guess you would be another one who would have some good stories about my wife, Jamie.
I have a few in my hat. I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to know any, you'll have to invite me on the show.
Mm-hmm. And so what about Nicola? Don't you think she would be awesome?
I do think she would also be awesome. She is a very funny, witty person. She would be very entertaining. Although I do think she may ask you a couple awkward questions.
I know. It would be like this would be me taking the passenger seat and being like, "Oh man, I have to answer this. I have to talk to this lady for an hour."
Yeah, you might feel a little uncomfortable from time to time, but it would be a good show for all.
It would definitely put me out of my comfort zone.
A little bit, but hey, isn't that good from time to time?
It is, of course. Yeah.
Keeps life interesting.
She wanted to do something called a mukbang. Do you know what that is?
She tried to explain that to me the other day. I still don't really understand. It's something about eating food or something.
Yeah, we'll just be stuffing our faces and people will be watching us and we'll be talking with our mouths full and stuff.
And it's the newest thing on YouTube, I hear.
I know, so I'm hoping that one would make me a bunch of money. So she's
good.
I think she's a front runner. I haven't got to talk to Tara yet, though. What do you think about Miss Tara Mitchell?
I do love me some good Tara Mitchell. She is also very, very funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very witty.
I know.
Yeah.
She's
That's a tough call between the two of them.
Yeah, but not your husband. You're just like, no, don't do that.
I mean, I love him. He's my husband. I think he's better on your show with me.
Yeah.
You know how they say that in a couple they complement each other, and I really feel strongly about that.
Well, it's going to be up to the audience. So they will have a chance to vote for you. But I think this kind of using you as a reference has been a good point for them to see, and maybe they'll vote for you and Dan. We'll just have to see what people are writing in to.
I'm interested to see what your fan base has to say.
So I do have to ask you a question though, because Dan brought something up here.
Oh, did he?
He did. He said that you've only really become a fan of my show since I had Jamie on.
Oh, Daniel, you are sleeping on the couch.
So I would like to know, can you name 2 other guests that I've had on the show besides my wife?
Jaden and Haven.
That does not count.
That's not fair. You didn't say that.
They're not guests. They're my kids.
Dylan?
No. Oh,
damn it.
You're going downhill here, Kim. Well, I'm glad I got to have this talk with you because this is probably the only time you're going to be on the AC show.
Ouch.
Well,
how rude.
I need real fans to be
Jay
here.
and Sandy.
Oh, no, you got Jay. There's one of them, but Sandy has not been
Sandy
on yet. No,
not yet.
I just haven't
You were
lined it up.
talking about doing that, but you did have Jay on there.
I do appreciate you listening though, and because you did, and Ben's a huge fan now, right?
I have to say it is a little bit harder for me to sit down and watch your YouTube videos, but it is easier for me to have it on in the car. Mm-hmm. And since I've been doing that, yes, you have another fan who is going to be 11 in July, and he loves listening to you.
And that's what I need. I need those kids to start watching my YouTube videos. So I think I got to start making slime and stuff and opening up little Kinder Surprise. Like I'll just start opening them up. You get the kids watching, and that's where the money is.
Get them all into it. Yeah, start talking about soccer and sports. So Ben's all in there. Yeah,
that's cool. Well, Kim, I'm glad this worked out.
Yeah, it was fun. Thank you. I hope all your fans vote for the Kim and Dan show because I think that would be epic.
That's got a good ring to it too. Okay.
I think so.
Well, we'll throw it out there. There's another option for my viewers. And Kim, we will talk to you soon. I hope you have a good weekend.
Right. Sounds good. Thanks. Same to you guys.
Okay, bye.
Okay. Talk to you later. Bye.
She's such a sweetheart. So that's Kim, Dan Stone's wife. They're a pretty interesting couple when they're together. I'll give them that. So maybe it'll be a couple's show. See what you vote for. It could be Kim on her own, could be Dan on her own, or could be the Kim and Dan show, or Nicola. That could be an interesting one there. Miss Lindsay Hotel. I'm gonna try calling Jason. We'll just leave him a voicemail. It'll be funny. What do you think I should say to him? But he said he's probably with a client now. Lindsay said to call him, so I'm doing it. And then I'm just gonna try calling Tara. I don't care if it costs her $20 to answer my call down in the States. Just gonna do it. But first, Jason Hotel. It's probably just gonna ring for a while and go to voicemail, like I said. But he said he wanted to be on the show. Bro, answer your phone. It's not gonna happen. It's going to voicemail. He missed his chance.
Hi, you've reached Jason Hotel, practicing kinesiologist. I'm currently away from my phone. Please leave a message and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you. Bye.
At the tone, please record your message. When you are finished recording, you may hang up or press pound for more options.
Well, buddy, you blew it. This was your chance to be on the AC show, and I missed you. You threw me off with that text. You were like, yeah, I want to be on the show, but not right now. And I'm like, called your wife. She did a good job, so she might be getting the part. You can vote, but I think it'll be tough for you to get the audience votes when I don't get to talk to you. Just your voicemail. Anyway, this is Andrew Christopher from the AC show. Peace out. My wife just texted me and said, what did you do? Kim said she almost shit herself. I don't think Kim was quite ready for this. And yeah, I knew that one would be kind of funny. So you guys, that's it for the calls. You need to vote now. You need to let me know who you think I should have as my next basic bro or basic hoe on the show. Regular people, and I'm going to unearth what makes them special, what they bring to this world, and why they are not just basic. I think it'll be fun, and I enjoyed talking to them. It was a bit more lighthearted, so I hope you guys enjoyed that too. And make sure you subscribe if you share the videos, or just click subscribe on the YouTube channel or Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever you're listening. And if you want to be the next basic bro or basic hoe, all you need to do is seriously or jokingly mention in some way that you would like to be on the show, and I'm going to call you out. And we'll go from there. I'll do this probably again in the next couple months, do another one of these because it's kind of fun. And yeah, take care of yourselves. Whatever you're doing, do it hard. I'll leave you with this song.
It's the Andrew Christopher Show.
Did I just say do it hard?
With Andrew Christopher, your ho.
Do it hard.
It's the Andrew Christopher Show. But really we call it the AC Show. Yeah, we really call it the AC Show. Really call it the AC Show. It's the AC Show.
It's the AC show with AC, your host. Check it out.